Przystanek.
So I typically have this pretty thick beard, or at least recently, and I'm just wondering what do my followers actually think, or followers, viewers. Because you see me sometimes in videos, and do you think this is better than the thick one, or is it worse? I'm not quite sure. Should I go entirely without? Don't know honestly, but it's nice and fresh for a while. Where am I? I am in Marienstadt, which is an area of Warsaw. Not quite sure what it's called after, although it seems to be a Polish, I wouldn't say translation, but conversion of the German name Marienstadt, if I don't say anything super strange right now. Perhaps this was a... You know, I'm not gonna give any theories. I honestly don't know about this place, but I like being here, and it is a little bit cut off from the center and the old town. And I always imagine that looks a little bit like a movie set, right? Just you go back in time. It looks like the buildings are not original. I'm not quite sure. Perhaps this is all reconstructed. Once again, I really don't know. What I do know is that I'm going to the river and have a stroll there under my favorite spot in the city, which is the railway bridge leading from Warszawa Centralna to Warszawa Wschodnia. The railway bridge where I can see the trains, I can see the trams on Most Poniatowskiego, and have a nice alcohol-free beer with me, because you're not allowed to drink in public in Poland. And didn't feel like having a beer anyway, definitely not. Just from a bottle, I prefer just to sit on the terrace than have a draft one. So yeah, I typically just hop into Żabka, take a nice refreshment, and go outside. Actually, I'm wondering what to do with the bottles. Do you return them to the store? Do you return them to Żabka? Because there's always extra money charged to the bottle, like 1 zloty. Should I bring it back, or am I quite sure to put it next to the bins so someone can just take it if they do? Which is a bit of a Dutch principle nowadays. Danish as well, they do that. One thing I do know about Marienstadt is that right here is a super nice coffee place with great cakes and stuff. Very nice under the arches of this old part of town. And if you do want to know more about a certain part of Warsaw, just look around a bit and you'll find these information signs, which luckily enough are not covered in graffiti, which is remarkable because a lot of parts of the city are, but I think they have some ethics at least. And here you can read all about it. And here we are. So on weekdays it's actually real nice and quiet, but on weekends super crowded. Right now it's awesome. It's the actual first few summer days where it's real hot and you could just sit outside a whole night. A nice place. That's a pedestrian bridge right there, you can just walk all across. But it's like super crowded. I prefer just being by the railway bridge, which is quite a lot farther, like near the stadium right there. It looks quite far, but you're there in like, I don't know, 15 minutes. Despite that, it's a super big city, it really is. Honorable mention, the Warsaw waterfront. for its spotless. Look, it's summer. People are all sitting here. And look at this. There's no bottles laying around. Actually, at night when the bins are full, people just place everything like next to it. Look, there's nothing. No cigarettes on the banks. There's nothing. Down there, also nothing. Look around. And I think it's not only that there's good cleaning, although I rarely see like cleaning. I think they probably do that in the morning or something at night. But it's also a culture of just picking up your trash. Right? Which is important. Like if you look real closer in the sand, you'll find a couple cigarettes, but this is nowhere as bad as you would find many other places, right? Great place, isn't it? Just have a river in a city, guys, is a big asset. When I lived in Sofia, I really missed a place to just cool down. Like, yeah, you have the mountain, but they close the lifts pretty much and it's hard to get there. It's like a day excursion. And here, after work, you just pop to the river. Look at this, it's awesome. I love it. I always wonder if historically Warsaw used to have like a built-up waterfront, like cities as Prague, Budapest, Krakow less so, but still, Wrocław even, a built-up waterfront, or it was prone to flood risk, and therefore buildings were farther up, like the old town's a little bit up. Praga is a little bit away from the edge. I wonder why that is, historically speaking. Apart from that the city was wiped off the map, it seems that even there have never been buildings like on the river. Not sure though. I'm so in love with this place, look at this. Now I actually like to be closer to the bridge, just because I like trains. Here we are, my favorite place in the whole city. Right here, a little bit of peace of quiet. The trains, no bars, no loud music, just city vibes. Gorgeous. Dzień dobry z Warszawy. Hope you're all doing well. It's Lanagan from Warsaw. I have recently invested in these loop earrings, which I think you can see. I put the camera like this. Loop earrings help a lot with noise overstimulation in a sense, where it filters out sort of background noise without important things like conversations, and you have several types of the earrings, and I just bought 2 different ones. They cost about 40 bucks each for a pair, and first I was a bit skeptical, but it really does put your mind at ease just for all the background noise. It has some, it doesn't have a battery or something. I just urge you to look it up, Loop, L-O-O-P, earplugs, and you just pop them in. They're reusable, and it really helps just, yeah, to make your mind relax a bit. Feel pretty good using them. And other than that, I feel pretty high energy today. I'm going to try a new Polish restaurant where I haven't been yet, so let's just enjoy this beautiful summer's day. So, you know, I always go to these unassuming places, but I always end up having like super good food. Don't really need to go to fancy, classy places now at all. I know what's good and what's not, and I rarely have a bad experience. So where I'm going today is Stevena Kosarz, and it should be right here. Kosarz. Let's check this place out, looks nice, right? So what have we got today? From the main courses, I took the Fisher's Harpoon, I believe it was called, which is the Śmiały Harpunik for 58 zloty. Looks real nice. Let's enjoy this. So that main course was actually super good, and what I took for dessert is this sort of cheesecake. Now it actually happened when I raided the restaurant with a 9, just seconds after I bit on a solid sharp piece of plastic or glass within the cake, which was a bit of a strange find. It was a dangerous piece of plastic if you'd swallow it, or you could break a tooth on it, so I just said to the waiter, hey, there's a piece of plastic in it. Which is a bit of a big deal, you're not supposed to find it in your food. I was very nice and kind about it, and so was actually the waiter, because, well, stuff happens, you know, and he said, oh, so sorry, do you want another one? I'll take it off the bill. And I said, no, I'm not that hungry anymore. So he took it off the bill, gave like a 20% discount on the whole remainder of the bill, and he said he was very sorry. So just how it was solved in a very nice way will make me come back to this place, and I rate it with a 7 still. Right, so I'm again out at my favorite, or one of my favorite cafes, Chespro in Żoliborz. We do have the granola this morning. What was it, like 20 zloty or something?